What is up, guys? This is J Pips' Cash here, coming at you with another video. In this video, we're going to be doing the unboxing on the Prosport gauges. Alright, as you see here in the box, these gauges right here are the Premium Evo series. Okay. With these gauges, you can actually change the color with a click of a button. It's just here there in the box. With these two corner buttons, you can select different colors, and you can change anywhere from red to blue to green to white. So you got 4 different color schemes you can select. Not only can you change the colors on these gauges, you can actually change the backgrounds on the gauges as well. Alright, now this right here, I got a combo. I got the oil pressure gauge, I got a boost gauge, and then down here I have a wideband kit. Now with the wideband kit, you literally have the box sensor, the gauge, the harness, and the module. So you have literally everything you need to get the wideband up and running here inside this box. Okay. Now for this kit, I paid $400. Came with free shipping. I didn't have to pay for the shipping, which is a pretty great price considering the fact that if you were to go with AEM gauges, you're looking to spend anywhere between $560 to $600 for the same setup. Okay, for the same setup, you're going to be spending anywhere between $560 to $600. These Prosport, I spent $400 and I have the same setup. And in my opinion, personally, I like the Prosport better than the AEM gauges, because the AEM gauges, to me, in my opinion, is pretty plain and simple. There's not that many features you can change with it. Like this one, you can't change the colors. You can't change the background on the gauges. The only thing you can do on the AEM gauges that you can't do on this is on the AEM gauges, you can literally take the face of the gauge off and swap it out and change it from a white to black or from a black to white. That's the only thing pretty much you can do on those gauges. Besides that, is pretty much a simple gauge. Now, a lot of people like to get the AEM gauges because it's a well-known brand, just like K-Tune. You know, they're really well-known brands, and they're pretty good. You know, they're pretty expensive, but you get what you pay for. You know, but for these, $400 is not that bad. They do give a accurate reading, because to be honest, I saw these gauges on YouTube. They caught my eye. I started doing some research on a couple of forums, started going through the reviews, and according to what I see on, you know, the forums and the reviews, these gauges seem to be pretty accurate on the gauge readings. So that's very important, especially when you need, you know, these gauges to always be reliable. So that way you can know what the reading is, the output. You definitely want to have something that's reliable, not something that's going to be cheap and give you false readings or inaccurate readings. But these, they're pretty good. They're built pretty well. Another thing I was gonna say is, if you get these gauges on the Prosport site directly, you cannot buy them as a combo. They don't sell them as a combo altogether. You have to buy them individually. But if you get it from the Prosport website directly, you're going to be spending about $50 to $60 more. So what I'm going to do is, if you're interested in the same kit that I got, which is the oil pressure kit, boost gauge, and the wideband kit, what I'll do is I'm going to post a link of the eBay store where I purchased them from below on the description. Alright, it's best for you to get them on the eBay store because you're going to be spending $400. It comes with free shipping. If you get it on the Prosport website, you're going to have to buy them individually. Not only that, but you're going to be spending about $50 to $60 more. And also, I'm not even sure if the Prosport website that you have to pay for shipping. If you have to pay for shipping, then, you know, you're probably going to spend about $100 more. So you definitely want to get it through this eBay store. I ordered it a couple of days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago. They just got in today. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and show you guys how the box looks. Alright, Premium Evo series on the side. You got other different selections that they have here for you to choose from. Okay, they have 60mm gauges. That's the gauge right there. Then over here they got 52mm. And by the way, guys, my gauges, all of them, they're 52mm. Back here they have 60mm, and then they got another 52. Alright. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and open this box up. Let's see what we're working with here. Alright. So first things first, it has this little plastic thing here to protect, I guess, the gauge. Like a little protective packaging to protect it from any dirt, debris, fingerprints, bangs and stuff like that. Alright, here's the gauge. It looks pretty dirty. It looks pretty blurry, but it's not the gauge. It's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little plastic protective film there that you can take off. I'm not going to take it off right now, but they feel pretty light, but they seem like very well built. In the video, they look like they're very deep, but in person, they're actually not that deep. Alright, this is the boost gauge. Down here is where the wiring would connect. And on the side here. Alright, this little hole here, it comes with a little stick, and you poke it in there and you turn it, and you can actually adjust the brightness on these gauges. You can go from dark to really bright. Alright, maybe later on in the video I'll try to get this wired up so you guys can see the different color schemes and the different modes that these gauges have. But this is the boost gauge right here. Let's see what else comes in this box. Try to do this with one hand because it's pretty difficult to do this while recording. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see how we can get this out. Alright, there we go. We got it out. Booyah. Let's see here. Got the Prosport Performance accessories. It's a pretty cool looking box. Alright. Over here it says, try to get it to darken. Boost gauge. Alright, so here we have a boost gauge ring. It's a little ring that goes over the boost gauge. We have the wiring for the boost gauge. We have a boost gauge bracket. We have a boost gauge pod. Just a little pod for it. I don't know if you guys can see it there. Here we go. It's a boost gauge pod. Over here we have the vacuum. This is the vacuum hose for the boost gauge. We got some T-fittings. Alright, some more wiring for the boost gauge. More fittings and stuff like that. And then we got a pretty cool Prosport sticker. Shout out to Prosport, man. These gauges are awesome. Let me see if I can get it right, because the lighting is just too bad. There we go. Prosport. Alright, so that's pretty much what comes in that box. Just got the gauges, the gauge pod, gauge ring, bracket, wiring. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what we got in here in this box. This should be the oil pressure gauge box. Same plastic once again. Here's the gauge. Nothing different. Everything is the same. Okay. same length, same depth. Oil pressure gauge. This is where the wires go connected, the harness. Alright, let's put that to the side. Let's see what we got in here. Alright, same box, Prosport Performance Accessories. Here it says oil pressure gauge. What do we have here? Let's see. Okay, so we have the gauge pod. Here we have the gauge pod ring. We have a oil pressure sensor, and we have the wiring for it. We have the mounting bracket. You don't really need to use this, guys. You don't need to use the mounting bracket or the gauge pod. You know, these are the little additional accessories that come with it. That if you do decide to put it, you know, you can use it. But if you don't, it's fine as well. I'm not going to be using it, so maybe later on I'll show you exactly when everything is installed and how it came out. But here we got more wiring. We'll get another cool sticker from Prosport. Shout out to them. Let's put this back. Alright. Let's close that up. Okay, and last but not least, we got the wideband kit. See what we got in here. Okay, so we got the wideband sensor wiring. Right here we have the Bosch wideband air fuel sensor. Okay, here's the sensor. Feels pretty heavy. It's good material. You can tell it's not cheap. All right. The length is pretty good as well on this sensor. It's got about maybe like, I would say, 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. Okay, so that's the sensor for the wideband. Put that back in the box to see what else we got over here. Okay, so over here we have more wiring. It looks like this is the wiring for the module. Okay, and then it looks like in here is the gauge. Prosportgauges.com. That's their official website. Here, this box actually feels pretty heavy. Feels more heavier than the other boxes. I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Got another plastic protective thing there. Okay, here we got the air fuel gauge. Same thing, nothing changes on it. Wideband air fuel. Okay, what we got here? It seems pretty heavy. It seems more heavy than the other boxes. So here we got another gauge ring. Here looks like we got this is the modules right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's more wiring, a little box. It's the module. Here we have a bracket for the gauge. We got a mounting bracket. And also we have, no wonder it's more heavier than the other ones, we have the bung. The bung that goes soldered or welded to your exhaust pipe. It's right here. And not only that, but it actually comes with a bolt. This is pretty cool. So if you ever decided to take out your wideband sensor, you can always just plug it up with this bolt right here. You can just put it right into the bung and You don't have to worry about any exhaust leaks or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. Last but not least, we have another gauge pod mount. And then another sticker. Alright. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to try to see if I can get one of these gauges lit up. So let me see what I can do here. Let's see if we can get this wired up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I was able to get it all wired up. I decided to shut off the lights so you guys can have a better viewing of the gauges. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it on right now. That is the booting sequence of the Prosport Evo gauges. Let's see if we can get that again. Alright, there we go. Right here we can change the colors on it. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's set to green. Then we got red. Oh, that's green right there. There we go. Blue and white. Alright. Also, this is the mode here you can change. And you can also set a feature, a warning feature. This is the boost gauge right here. So if you go, let's say you set a warning for 10 pounds. If it goes over 10 pounds, it'll let you know. You'll get a warning light and a warning sound letting you know that it went over 10 pounds. Right here you can set your warning for how many pounds you want it to go off. Set it at 16. But yeah guys, I mean that's pretty much it. This is the unboxing of the Prosport gauges. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them below on the video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'll probably wind up posting a video once I get these gauges installed on my car to show you how it came out. But that's pretty much it guys. I hope you liked this video. Comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys on the next.